Life on the Bridge 2025. Dana, Mark, Nibbles, Lexi, somewhere back there. We have some updates for you. We have sent the chain back, and hopefully we're going to order some new chain sometime this week.
As soon as I know they got it back, because he jacked up the weight on the return bill of lading, so I had to talk to the pickup driver to make sure they're going to reweigh it, because I'm not going to get charged extra money for weight that I didn't send. Luckily I saved all the packaging, I had the pallet and everything, so it was just an easy pickup once they answered I had to go above his head and get the real bosses involved. So now we just wait for the return and make sure that the funds get sent back to my account, minus the shipping that I had to pay back. So once we get that done, now that I know what size chain I need, I won't make that mistake again. I can probably buy it locally at West Marine. They usually have it in stock from what I can tell. Not the best price in the round, but at least it's local and it's hassle-free, and I can just,
No shipping.
be done with it. So we got that going on.
The flooring association here is still mid December, so we'll keep you up. As soon as we get it, we'll
get some photos and we'll do the walkthrough and all that stuff. Big news this week is that I went down Monday and purchased the dinghy, the tender.
Yeah.
And I made a good enough deal. The guy that was running the campground offered to deliver it from the campground up to Fort McAllister, because he had a flat trailer, blah, blah. And I was like, so the money I saved on the deal, I worked with the sellers of the dinghy. I paid for the delivery.
Yeah.
And so without me having to kill myself in rainy weather and renting a U-Haul and coordinating this, that, and the other, they loaded it up, drove it up to Fort McAllister. The great people at Fort McAllister hoisted it off the trailer, put it in the water, put the motor on it, drove it around to the back of our boat, tied it off to the dock, and left it for me. So I went down that afternoon. I took the motor off and put it up in the cockpit. I took the dinghy, drug it up on the dock, turned it upside down, and tied it down to 2 cleats so that just in case wind were to pick up or whatever.
Because we've had really bad weather.
And then called my neighbor on the dock to let him know what I had done, that it has created just a small walkway now to get him onto the back of his boat, and I wanted to ensure that he was not upset about that, or that was going to cause a problem, and if it was, that we would figure something else out, and he seemed pretty cool with it. So as of right now, we're trying to figure out the davit system, which I think I'm going with the Weaver davit system. I just want to find somebody that has some experience installing it, because we don't have anybody local so far that I've found. They sell it, they'll attach it to the dinghy, but they won't put it on the boat.
Yeah.
I don't know. The biggest problem I have with me mounting it on the boat is the water tank is in the swim platform. And I haven't figured out, other than a small access panel behind the main toilet in the master cabin, we got a small panel behind the toilet that gets us to the water pump, which I can also see the water tank. Supposedly I can pull the headboard, but I know there's 3 screws along the bottom. I'm assuming there's Christmas tree clips holding it to the wall, but I haven't figured that out yet, and I haven't tried to pull it off the wall because I don't want to tear something up until I can figure it out. And if that's the case, and I can access the water tank that way, then I might try and install it myself. But it'll just basically, it's going to be one where the dinghy's at the back of the boat, you clip it to the davit system, and then you tip it up, and you'll see, from the back of the boat, you'll see the bottom of the dinghy, and the motor will have a bracket so that as we tip it, the motor will stand up also.
Yeah.
And I had a lead on that for a great price, but people do not update their pages like they should. And So it was already sold, and they were actually down in Florida, not local like it showed. So I was disappointed in that, and I let them know that because they should have updated things. If I do something, I update it. Anyway, off my high horse about that. Not much going on, so it's going to be a boring video for you. Sorry. It's day-to-day life. We are getting a bunch of stuff together for a yard sale, hopefully in January.
Yeah.
To try and just downsize some more stuff that we don't use, that we don't need, and trust me, we're finding a lot more that we don't use that we don't need.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
A lot.
You know, you don't realize what you generate owning a home. You don't realize what you've left packed when you move. And I got stuff that's just been packed. I literally have stuff that's been packed up since I was 17. That I've just moved a box from one place to the next and never even opened the box or took stuff out.
And now we're realizing we got to do this.
So we're realizing that we don't need it. If it's been locked up or boxed up that daggone long, we don't need it.
Right.
It's time to move on, move forward. Now, anything that has to do with, family photos and things like that, we're going to store in a climate-controlled storage. But like old yearbooks and stuff like that just doesn't do anything. I haven't opened them, looked at them. I don't know the people anymore, other than a couple of people. But it's time to let go of stuff. Don't need stuff.
So if nobody knows us, we love to do wings on Sunday with beer. So we are going to try and do that when we're on the loop.
Yes.
So.
We're going to try. We plan to do more foodie stuff.
Yes.
Not so much history stuff. We will do some historical stuff. But we plan to do more foodie. Because I'm a foodie. Can't you tell? I love to cook. I like to eat. We enjoy it. We like trying different things. So that's kind of our plan. But we'll see. Things change. We'll see what happens. We'll see who we hook up with, what they're doing, what we're doing. You never know. We don't know how it's going to play out. That's why it's an adventure. So other than that, still looking at searchlight options because I have not had a chance to get down there and try and figure out the one that's on the boat. And honestly, I don't think it's going to work, and I think it's going to be cheaper for me to figure out something else. So I'm probably just going to button that one up, get the lines tied back together so they're not bare wires hanging out. Call it done. I will figure out another option. Everything else seems to be working pretty good on the boat. We did get the solar generator in. I ordered the Blue Eddy AC 180. I didn't order the bigger one. Weighs about 35 pounds. It was supposed to come as a kit with my two 350 watt solar panels. I unboxed it, and of course, there were no solar panels. Called Blue Eddy. Oh, it's a second shipment. Hello. Bought it as a kit. Didn't buy it as separate pieces. Anyway, it's supposed to be here Friday. Once we get that, we'll unbox it and let you see it. And maybe by then we'll get some sunshine where we can actually charge the thing by the solar panels. Wouldn't that be a pop? But the nice thing about it is I can charge it through AC power. I can charge it off of batteries. And I can charge it off the sun. So if we're underway and the generator's running and the batteries are being charged, then I can plug it up and I can either hook it to the batteries or just plug it into the 110 and let it charge. If I don't want to run the generator, the alternator should be charging the battery. I should be able to just hook it up to the batteries and let it charge off of that. Or I can run the solar panels if it's sunshiny. So that's the nice thing. You have three options. It has 4 or 5 USB plugs, a USB-C, at least 4 AC 110. For what we're going to do, I think that's going to be plenty. I've got a gas Coleman. I've got
propane.
A propane magma grill. We have battery-powered stuff, blower, lights, flashlights, surge spotlights.
So we're also getting clothing too.
Yeah, we bought some rain gear from REI. We wanted some good, flexible, lightweight, quality rain gear, so we found that Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And since we're hearing a lot of people complaining that it's cold,
Yeah.
we went ahead and did some Cyber Monday Under Armour tops. So all that's coming in. So just stuff we're getting ready. So, questions, comments. I know it's just kind of a boring us sitting here talking. Not a lot going on. I'll show you pictures of the dinghy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we'll see what happens this week. We appreciate you. We are at 137.
Yes, we're at 137.
So we're growing. I'm learning more every day about trying to run this thing and get us out there to growth a little more. So we appreciate your support. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, and comment across any platform that you can. I know that I do not specifically have a Instagram platform for Life from the Bridge yet. It's under my name or her name, currently in Instagram.
We'll figure out this.
But we do have the TikTok, we do have the Facebook, and we do have the YouTube. I'm working on the Instagram because I honestly didn't cross my mind that it was not Life from the Bridge.
Yeah.
I know I've been saying we had it. My fault. A lot going on in life, people. You got work, getting all this stuff done, fixing the house, fixing the boat, logistics of getting things to and from the boat, and just, in general. So it's a lot. And don't let anybody tell you it's easy, because it's not. But it's something we want, so we're going to do it. So, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully not too boring. And we will see you next week with maybe some more news. Who knows? Y'all take care. Thank you.
Love y'all.